Good morning everybody and welcome back to Visit Fylde Coast. I say good morning because it's 7:15 on a Friday morning and I'm off to an early meeting in Blackpool, so I thought you might like to come with me because we're collecting a variety of different views of Blackpool through the year and through the day. Before we get to that, make sure that you've subscribed for your... You'll subscribe to the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel. I went all blank then, could you tell? Subscribe to the Visit Fylde Coast YouTube channel. Make sure that you've hit the little bell for notifications and sign up for your email newsletter. And then you'll get all the updates and all the new stuff that we make. Because there's all kinds of things. There's driving videos, there's local history, there's seaside stuff, hotel reviews, Fish and Chip Friday, you name it, we do it. Right, without any more ado, we shall set off. And at the moment, we're at Anchors Home. Let's just make sure we don't get knocked down by the oncoming traffic. Oh, he's waiting for me, I think. Is he? No, he's not. So we're off to actually Blackpool Football Club. We're off to Blackpool Football Club this morning for a group I've been going to for a long time. It's called Blackpool Business Leaders Group, or BBLG for short. And it's a really good meeting, and there's sort of 100 or so people turn up for an early morning meeting before the day begins, and it's where you find out everything that's happening and everything that's going off. So in order to get to Blackpool Football Club from Cleveland's, which is where I live, we're going to have to employ a diversion because Seasider's Way is closed, which is the way that you perhaps would normally go. So I just missed the tram, thankfully. Oh, there you go, siren. We've not had one of those for a little while, have we? You used to get a siren every time you do a video in Blackpool, and we've not seen one for a week or two. Everybody must be behaving and feeling okay. So Seasider's Way is closed at the moment. It closed on the 16th of May. And that's for construction work at the new car park which is being built at Blackpool Central. Because as you know, it's been redeveloped into a new leisure complex. So they've actually closed it, and they're cracking on a pace. Actually, I was there last week, and they dug a rather large hole. This is a Norbreck. We're just passing on the left, and it's going to be closed for about 12 months. So you'll need to follow alternative routes to get to Central Car Park. So you can either go via the promenade, or you can go via Lytham Road, Central Drive, but not Seasider's Way, which is the one that you come off the end of the M55 and Yeadon Way. So it's a lovely, bright, sunny morning. It was wet and grey yesterday. It was wet and grey all day. A bit miserable, in fact, it was. So today is dawning bright and sunny. So hopefully this is going to be the start of some much better weather. The weather forecast on my app. Excuse me while I just clear my throat. The weather forecast on my app is showing bright and dry for the next week or so. So that will be nice if it is. And as you can see from the flags at the top of Queen's Mansions, it's fair blowing a wind. We're never short of wind here on the Fylde Coast. We're never short of wind. So this is where the illuminations begin or end depending on your point of view and your route. So this is the tableau end, and you'll notice that there aren't any tableaus there. That's because it's still just May. So they've all been taken in, all the poles have gone, All the illuminations have gone. It looks very strange without any tableaus here. If you're used to seeing them all in place when you come along the seafront. Oh, steady, mister. Because they're all taken back to the Lightworks depot each year, and they're checked, repaired if necessary. Any refurbishments that are needed are done, and the actual illuminations themselves are spruced up, ready to come back to the seafront for the display. Because, as you can see, they stood on the cliff, on the cliff top. We use the word cliff loosely, but it's the high point of Blackpool seafront. They stood on the cliff top all year in really quite horrendous weather. So you've got to make sure that they're safe and they're not going to blow down and flatten somebody. And that's why they're all checked and repaired and maintained. Now, you might have noticed on previous drive time videos that the Genting Casino has had scaffolding around it, and now it's down. You can't see it from this angle, but coming back the other way along the promenade, now that the scaffolding's down, you can see that the roof's been done, and mighty fine it looks too, because that's got the same problem with the wind. We're back to the wind again. Everything on this seafront just gets battered, and when I say battered, I mean battered, and I don't mean like a fish. So the tide's in at the moment, and as you come down this little crest here, you can just see on your right hand side North Pier. That's one of the nice little views of North Pier from Jubilee Gardens, which is this little sunken gardens on your right hand side. So we're going to go straight down the prom and do a left when we get to where we need to be. Now this car's coming round, so we'll give way, as is customary at a roundabout. Oh, look at these poppies, aren't they pretty? Just look how they're catching the morning light. They're lovely. I've got some they're annual poppies. I've got some perennial poppies in my back garden, which are a bit more of an orangey red. And when they catch the light at tea time across the petals, oh, they do look lovely. They glow. Anyway, digression over. So you can see now the beautiful Blackpool Tower straight in front of us. And we're going to go straight past it and pick up Seasiders Way at the football club. So I'm going to go sort of slightly past the football club and then turn back, because normally, you see, I would go through Central Car Park and bob down Seasiders Way that way, but it's closed at Chapel Street, which is that little tiny roundabout at the top of a bridge as you come down into the car park. See all the flags flying, you can see how windy it is. It's a windy morning in Blackpool. It's saying 12 degrees on the car thermometer, but I bet it's not quite 12 outside. And this is another spot, if you like taking photos, this is another good spot. If you stand against the sea wall here and look over the edge, you get a lovely view looking back of North Pier and the seafront and the tower. So you need to know where all these spots are if you want to take a nice photo. And of course, because the sun rises in the east, major parking changes at Central. There you go, you see a bit of a warning. Because the sun rises in the east, we've got the sun on the front of all the piers and seafront attractions and whatnot. But all the buildings on the left-hand side are all in the dark, and they're in the sun later on in the day. So they get all the lovely sunshine when you're wanting to sit outside a pub and have a nice cold drink. So all these will be coming to life during the course of the day. What's that? MO Systems. Oh, that's the there'd been a Ford electric car display on the seafront, so they look like they're packing up and leaving. You see the seed pods wafting up and down, and it's all deathly quiet. Now, somebody had commented the other day that they'd seen on a lot of videos of Blackpool that there were lots of litter and unsavoury doings. And as you can see by looking round, there isn't any litter anywhere. It's spotlessly clean, it's beautifully tidy, and it's all really, really well looked after. So that concludes that the problem is the people that come and drop the litter, because there's plenty of litter bins, there's plenty of places to put your litter. So please, people, when you come to Blackpool, think about that poor viewer that thinks Blackpool is awash all day, every day with litter. Please put your litter in a bin. Look, they're practically every lamppost. No excuse. So this on your right hand side with the little sticky up spikes is at the back of the tram is the pumping station for the United Utilities facility, and there used to be a little windmill here, if you remember the windmill. And we're going to go left here at the Manchester because we are going to shimmy around the road closure down the tramway. This is where the old tram shed used to be at Rigby Road, and now it's home to the heritage trams. So if you follow the lines that way to the left, you get to the heritage tram shed, and you can look around there on a heritage tour, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to go left here. I'm hoping I've got the right one, because there's so many different there's so many different lefts. Oh, I've come down the right one, but not the one I intended. So this is Lonsdale Road car park, which is where I'm aiming for. And this is the big long stay car park. This is Blackpool Football Club right in front of us. There you go, that's where I'm going for my meeting this morning. So I'm going to go down here and park near the entrance. So when we get a little bit further down, I'll be able to show you where you will come in. He's gone the wrong way and I've gone the wrong way. Right, so can you see the climbing towers straight in front of us and the travel lodge? The climbing towers are sort of at the A585, which is where you're going to go off the main motorway road, and the travel lodge is the main crossroads traffic lights junction where you could also turn off. That's where I thought I was going to go. And we have arrived at our destination. We are going to go to our meeting. So I hope you've enjoyed that little early morning look round a very silent Blackpool promenade. Might actually, by complete contrast, do the return journey, because I'm going back straight back to Cleveland's when I've finished here. So I might do the return journey and tag it on to the end. But just in case I don't, have a lovely day and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.